This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy, and I love organizations and individuals who help other people reach their fullest potential. Nothing sadder than unrealized potential. I know, as somebody who is a living example of unrealized potential. It's very sad. And also, the times in which we live are very disturbing. Wesley Smith, writing a National Review on the topic of euthanasia, as he does routinely, one of the individuals who best covers this topic, this ghoulish topic, that we've talked about on this show, both front end and back end, aborting children with Down syndrome. Celebrate that.
That's in Iceland too, right? That's
100%, right? For 6 years running. The incidence is very high here too in this country. And then on euthanasia, out of Belgium, which is sort of one of the leading cultures when it comes to the promotion of euthanasia, legalized euthanasia in 2002 did Belgium. And, of course, since that time, what happens? The creep, the expansion, the increase nearly tenfold from 235 in 2003, the first full year of legalization, to 2,309 in 2017. And in 2017, about 15% of the cases of euthanasia were of people whose deaths were not expected in the near future. Legalized killing of people who are suffering from depression and other mental illnesses. Also, physical disabilities. For example, 3 children were killed under Belgian law in 2016 and 2017. 17-year-old kid suffering from muscular dystrophy, 9-year-old child who had a brain tumor, 11-year-old child suffering from cystic fibrosis. And become inconvenient. It's the humane thing is to put people down. That's how sick is the culture in certain respects. And, of course, this is being brought to the United States, starting on the left coast in places like California and Oregon. And so it's fun to be part of organizations and to see other organizations going the opposite direction, saying every human being has value, every human being has talent and ability, and and people who are called to try to help other individuals who may have different struggles fully blossom. And that's what our friends at the Eisenhower Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin are doing. And for more on this topic, we're pleased to be joined by the development director for the Eisenhower Center in Milwaukee. He is David Orden. David, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan and Amy. Thank you for having me on. That was a beautiful introduction and really well said.
Thank you very much. And we came to know about the Eisenhower Center. We're very familiar with organizations like yours in Chicago. We've talked about before a lot of good organizations that serve persons with developmental disabilities. But you sent us some packages of dog treats.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, that's the shortcut to our hearts, of course. And this is, so we have Seguin Services in Cicero. They run a car wash with their clients and residents. An organization I'm affiliated with, Envision Unlimited, also works with employers like Home Depot to place people with disabilities to do various jobs and try and fully integrate people as much as they can in the community. One of the things that you're doing, though, which is really cool, is you've got a group of your clients who have developed a business creating dog treats And I can tell you now, Amy's dog is probably a bad taste tester because...
Oh, no, we're already down a bag.
Well, I know. But,
chowed down the whole bag.
But Bunky's like a billy goat. He'll eat anything. She'll eat anything.
No, she's finicky, just like Hayek. That's
Hayek
one thing
has a
they have in
sharp
common.
palate.
Oh, that's right.
Gourmet only, and he loved the Ike Bites dog treats, IkeBitesDogTreats.com. So just tell us a little bit about the Eisenhower Center and this specific venture you've gone on with your clients.
Sure. Well, you mentioned euthanasia, and I don't want to go too far down that road, but there is a soft euthanasia of isolation. And Eisenhower Center and places like this, all over the country started, maybe 50 years ago with an idea that you didn't have to have a child with disabilities set aside in a corner room or in the attic and left alone, that they could be in a sheltered environment, they could work, they could learn skills. And that's really the genesis of places like Eisenhower Center and what we're trying to do. So basically, Ike Bites is an idea that we felt two things. One, you never know how the economy is going to go, so we wanted to have a product that we could make, that we could sell, that we could kind of control our own destiny. And also, you're mentioning kind of problems from the left. Unfortunately, it comes from the left. There is a whole alphabet and number soup of regulations out there that they're trying to close places like Eisenhower Center down all over the country. And so we thought, well, let's get something that we can grow, we can build, we can become economically sustainable for the long term, and free ourselves from having to worry about all those regulations and all the economic uncertainty. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what we're talking about. And our clients have a place to be, somewhere to go. Their parents know they're taken care of. They learn skills. They learn how to work on a team, follow directions, all these good things. And if we can find them a job in the community, that's even better.
So dog treats are part of a $20 billion pet food industry. I mean, there's potential for sales and profits. How many people do you employ, and then you do help them, leave your company and obtain other jobs, right? Just tell us how you do that.
Yeah, so we have about 90 clients at any one time. They come, after school, after they age out of special education programs, so anywhere from 25 up to 85, really. Oh. And we do, yes, have employment training. We try to get people jobs, but the reason why we exist and the reason we were set up was really for people that cannot or do not want to work out in the community. They have really severe challenges. Most of our people are in wheelchairs. A lot of our people need help, eating or using the bathroom, real basic stuff. So when you try to place someone in the community, it's very hard to ask a business person to hire more than a few, but who's going to take the person to lunch? Who's going to make sure they're chewing their food? Who's going to take them to the bathroom? So we are a safety net for really the most vulnerable people out there.
And I like on the website, again, the website is IkeBitesDogTreats.com if you want to pick up some dog treats for your pooch at home. But I like that you profile the clients that are working and the different jobs they do and also the challenges they have. So I'm looking at the website now, and you have a profile at the top of Gino, who's your master networker with Down syndrome. Just to kind of humanize this general concept. Tell us about Gino and the experience with Gino and his experience working in this endeavor.
Sure. So Gino is great, and if you're ever up here and want to visit, bring your business card, because the first thing he'll do is he's going to ask you what you're doing here and where's your business card. So he's wonderful, and at the same time, he's really vulnerable out there. So we have a place where he can learn to bake, learn to package, earn a paycheck, and he's got the pride of being part of something big. So Gino is great. They're all great, really. We have a wonderful group of people, and I have to say, if anybody hates their job, take a walk through our place, and you will have a different view of life.
What's their, are they just so happy to work there? What's their, coming to work every day must be a joy.
Sure. I mean, that's the whole thing. Almost everybody wants to work, and a lot of these our guys and girls here, so their parents may not have, they have a life too, they may not have a place for them to go. So really they come to us a lot of times after they've tried everything, and a lot of the state bureaucracies don't work in terms of finding more than a handful of jobs, And there's maybe 500,000 people in this situation across the country, and certainly tens of thousands in Wisconsin, I'm sure more in Illinois.
So how long has the gourmet dog treats business, if you will, been up and running, and how's it going?
Sure. So we started about 2013. Again, it was sort of in the middle of the recession, and we really needed to find a way to get some independence. So we started selling them in our lobby. I think the first month we sold $25. That was a big day. And now we are in more than 120 groomers, kennels, pet stores, and other places around the country. We are baking up a storm. We're working with other dog treat companies and private label. We got a partnership with someone who made a Shark Tank deal earlier this year.
Oh, really?
And so we're really on the verge of something that this dream could happen.
He is David Orton. He's the development director for the Eisenhower Center in Milwaukee. Check out the website, this business they've started, Great Dog Treats. Ike Bites dogtreats.com is the website. David, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan and Amy. Have a great day.
You too. And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
It's news, opinion, insight.